set it up.
Yes,
Capitalize on it. Yeah, and it can work, yeah. I know private lawyers, they get a lot of money, and even some lecturers like me have, who did, for instance, law, they have NGOs who support poor people who have cases. They get a lot of funds, yeah. You can also do it and capitalize on it, yeah. You solve social cases and so on and so forth. That's
yeah, but usually this is more of lawyers' job, more than normal business. It will not come.
But
it will not be as easily as a business.
But you can capitalize it.
Yeah, but I mean, you need a legal background for mediation, because this is mediation technique, and you need a legal background on that issue.
Exactly. Yeah, that is what we are talking about. But when you have such a project, you can even have 2 or 3 years of law training and so on and so forth. Yeah, please.
I wanted to add on what he has said.
Yeah.
For the mediation, for the Unzi, as he said, they were there for that mandate, and they are still working. But now the government is planning to have a legal framework for the institution that will be doing mediation, and they will be in conflict management and even looking at those family issues that are arising. It is coming soon because all the people are going into that, but and it didn't have a legal framework for starting off with mediation on that.
Yeah,
so it is in the pipeline to start off with the government support.
Yeah, maybe wait it soon. Yeah.
Okay, for me on this dialogue of today, I get 3 points which I think is more important to me. The first one is awareness. Awareness, which brings me ability to listen and then convince myself to put it in action. The second one was observation, to observe where there is opportunity, or where, as we know, where there is problem, there is opportunity. That ability to observe that, which what I get in this dialogue of today. The third one was recognition. Recognitions bring me the ability to convince myself. Why should I do that? That 3 points which I get from the dialogue of today.
Yes, thanks. The next. That's important.
So it was a good opportunity for me to be here because I attended the 2 sessions. I think what was new for me and very interesting was this curious mind.
Curious mind.
The curious mind as a...
To go and search.
Yes, as a researcher and a teacher, I have seen that many students, even university lecturers, so we have this limited curious mind.
Curiosity, yeah.
That's why we don't go far in developing these entrepreneurship skills.
Very
even doing research. So you see, in many areas of the economy, many people, they just copy things, copy, paste, copy. Someone is selling something near me, so I just sell the same thing. And I saw a good paper, I want to copy that text. So we just
copy, paste.
Copy in many areas of life. We are not curious, we don't want to discover. So by having that limitation, we don't discover these lost opportunities.
Yeah.
So thank you,
Curiosity.
Dr. Muhammad.
Have you ever read something? Let me ask you a question. I will give floor to Dr. Muhammad later. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever benefited from curiosity?
Me?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. When I was small, I was very curious to read books. Because when I see a title of the book, Even now.
Book is okay.
Yes, I want to know what is inside. Oh, okay, in my life.
Your life, yeah. Anything you did.
Yeah, but by that, it's a real life. It's a real life because by reading many books, the curiosity pushed me to read many books, and I got a lot of knowledge out of those books, of course. Yes, that's one thing, but I think I also have a limitation.
Have you planted, for instance, Doctor, have you planted a tree because you don't know it, but someone bring you some kind and you want to develop it by curiosity?
I did last like 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago.
Yeah.
Now I'm still waiting for it to
grow.
Yes.
What kind of a tree is that?
I had an opportunity to visit a very important organic farm.
Yes.
And they have a lot of trees from Asia and West Africa. And then I brought one, I even forgot the name of that.
Yes, it's new.
But it was my first time to see that.
That's what I wanted to capitalize in you about curiosity. At home I have
but still I need to develop that.
Grenadine, it is a new thing. But I planted it for curiosity. Now it started to bring fruits. I posted my WhatsApp recently. I think it's know that post of grenadine from my garden, but I planted it as just curiosity. It is only one tree. I'm worried if it gets spoiled. I will not have another tree soon. But it was by curiosity that I planted it. When we teach students, we develop curiosity. It is a shame that we have students here who don't know that in DRC there is gold, or maybe in South there is gold, or maybe coal industry, because they are not curious. How will you go and benefit without curiosity? You inspired me a lot, Doctor. Thank you very much. That's very good inspiration.
Dr. Muhammad inspired me now.
Yes.
I have to develop that.
Yes.
Because I really lost something.
Yeah, you have to keep on that.
All of us, we need to challenge ourselves.
Yes. Oh, yes, Isa. Go on.
Thank you so much.
Just 1 second.
It was really possible for me. Thank you so much for this session. It was really a good time for me to reflect on how much I am blessed to have such wealth. They are all available in our country and our continent and the world in general in many communities. But the problem we have is that we don't visualize on them.
Yes.
Our mind has been set to believe that the only wealth we have and that we must capitalize on is financial. So that mindset doesn't allow us to reflect on other available wealth, other available resources. And that is what our world is also suffering because of that. I personally know parents who stopped their children from going to school to go looking for money because they don't see wealth in education, they don't see education as a currency, they don't see how the society needs to be improved. So that's the problem we're facing. So this session has helped me to know that all those resources can integrate to build a better community, better country, better.
In capitalization, there is investment. How do you think you shall invest in social capital, for instance? What is your role in investment in social capital? Just a quick answer.
Okay, thank you for example.
He's very rich by the way, that.
Yeah.
Because he's making friends very. So I'm capitalizing on him.
Okay.
Anything I want, painter, at the same time, he brings for you many people.
Okay. That is networking. Yes. You can even pay money for social capital.
Yes.
Okay. You can visit your aunt or send him 2,000. That's an investment in social capital. Because he will say, oh, I'm going to pray for my son. That's a social capital too. Yeah, the second, the next, sorry.
Okay, thank you. I'm very happy to attend this session, and I will not be far from what she was talking about and him, because I see during this session, I see that is not that the capital is not a problem, but the problem is a mindset, we need leisure, which we were talking about. I saw one day leisure. Leisure is very important in our society because we need some time of break and thinking about and preparing what you are going to achieve or what you are going to do. So, as you know, is very good and better to have a strong idea or business idea which will be source of changing our life of our society. So there is a topic which she has about habit. Our society mainly uses habit, something like habit. We need to have creative thinking before acting in order to prepare your future. So thank you.
Yes. And to prepare your future, you can, for instance, invest in non-financial assets. You can buy land, you can plant trees. In Kinyarwanda we say, igiti uzatemushaje, the tree that you will cut at your old age, you plant it when young, while you are. Yes. That's, you can capitalize on a tree, not only saving money. We have a mindset in Rwanda that we have to save money. Sometimes I tell my students, you don't have to save money, you guys. What are you saving that you don't have? If you get scholarship for 40,000, that's normally what you get an undergraduate. I say consume that money, build your body, with your knowledge. Yeah? And then your money will come later. But if you start saving now, you die in 3 years with hunger. Or you have to think the priority of capitalization. Because if you don't take tea and porridge in the morning, you will not train at the university properly. So you have to spend that money you are given for building knowledge that you will capitalize later. Thank you very much. The next,
Okay, thank you. I realized that in this dialogue, you have to be optimistic.
Optimistic.
That means when you realize that and caring our environment and everything surround us, we prepare our future.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
What is surrounding us, for instance?
Surrounding us, for instance, in our government, they tried to develop infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
Yes. As included
hospitals.
Yes. Roads.
Yes.
And etc.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Those are things that you were talking about.
Yeah.
To create the good environment, which are not non-financial, but crucial for human beings.
Yes.
Including what you say. Very good point, yeah?
Okay, we have
just one...
You have a point, I think, here is. So.
Yes, just 1 second, then we give floor to Dr. Boyedi, and he will close our session, yeah?
Okay, I have a question. I don't know if there's a question, but in our rural village, there is a common sentence which says it takes all the village to raise one kid. So on based on that sentence, and based on the dialogue of today, I would like to ask you, how can I get the product which people will fight for based on this dialogue?
That's it. First of all, start by yourself. What is your shortcomings in non-financial social capital? For me, I lost this time a lot of friends because of I'm always busy teaching and working. Yeah? And sometimes I don't, if I have an aunt, for instance, in the east or north, and they pass, for instance, 3 years without seeing me, that is a shortcoming I have in social capital. That's my shortcoming. You have also. If you no longer have land, that's shortcoming in non-financial capital land. And so on and so forth. So analyze yourself. I will not respond to your question because it is your only assignment. You take it. What can you do that can attract many people without financial investment? It's up to you to decide. But it's also a task for everyone to to see his shortcoming in non-financial capital or asset. Maybe your grandmother who is you didn't call, yeah, or your father-in-law, yeah, yeah, and so on and so forth. Sometimes I had spent a lot of years in Europe, and when I came, I said, oh, my in-laws have forgotten me. Maybe I took a car and went there, preparing small gift for every in-law family, whether it's kitenge is just clothes for women, or a shirt for men, yeah. But at least 3 houses I visited, I left something. It is reworking on social capital because they are bigger assets to me. Yeah. I give floor to Dr. Wade, but everyone has to take that homework. See your shortcomings or human capital or other stuff or other thing you have analyzed. And I give you floor for concluding our dialogue today and probably waiting us for the next one.
Thank you. Okay, I want to start with answering my brother. See, each one of us have something better than the other. For example, social. Let's say you should know what you have that others does not have. Around you at least, the ones that you know. For example, if you are strong in social capital or natural capital, okay. And I know that Isa is having social capital and natural capital. If I invest on him, if I take a project, I would invest on these 2 areas with him because he's very strong in that. And no one, by the way, is perfect in all of them. But you know the slide that we put for you, which is the slide that shows most of the important, because there are much more than this. And I counted one of my papers, but there are more than 40 type of capitals or assets. Okay, but we don't know about them. We don't care about them. Okay, so these are the main ones that is floating, the tip of the iceberg. But there are many others that is not mentioned here. These are the main ones. And unfortunately, even these main ones, only you focus on the financial, if you noticed. Okay, so you should know which one you have, and you know that there are lots of people who have not. Okay, I was saying about the one of the workshops, and I think you were there. We gone to Morocco. We found that we just by coincidence stopped the car to buy souvenirs. But these people, they invited us, and they were proactive. They invited us their homes. Their home, they happen to be in the valley, okay? So some of us, couldn't go easily because it's, the road is not there and so on. They brought for us the donkeys, but they were insisting that, and they were having good intention. They didn't want anything from us, okay? We gone to the valley, and we were about 5 people only. But what we notice in the valley is the one, because I'm very clever on observing and about these words. This is how I solve problems. And I noticed that they have something that we don't have, which you have a lot in Rwanda, of course. This may be not a strange story for you. Okay, when you talk about the villages, you are talking about the villages and how they cooperate with each other. But for us, because we've been living like Police, we're living in the global cities, they call them now. Very advanced, modern, everybody has his own house and so on. We miss these things. What we noticed, just in a few minutes, everybody was collaborating to bring for us not only the tea, the sweets, then they asked us for lunch, and it was the house that we entered, even they didn't have chairs. So they brought the chairs, they brought the tables from different houses. Each house was contributing something. This house only they made the tea. But to that, we end up staying 3-4 hours, just enjoying our time by there. They made dance for us, blah, blah. What I did on that, I had a forum after 1 month from that day. So I told them, I'll bring for you the forum. Okay? The whole forum stayed there, they'd gone there to that village, okay? And they prepared, they managed to sell also more souvenirs, okay? And we enjoyed. Even for us, it was a good, win-win, because we made people take lunch in a place where it's in the middle of the road and something like this. So what I wanted to tell you, see, this is wealth. This is type of wealth that is very interesting. So I'm sure you have some wealth there from these wealth. Forget about the financial.
Yes.
Okay. If you just eliminate the financial, you'll see that the other ones will start to pop up. Not all of them you'll have them. Okay. But for sure, you'll think, oh, that much I'm rich. Then I will think about how I capitalize on it. Okay. I know that from your organization, you have youth, right? So your richness is that you have youth. These youth, how can we capitalize on them? How can we now bring from them certain product or certain service, not necessarily product and so on. The model that we put for you, again, that model which is, it calls for to be curious, it is the curiosity model. So if you read my books about curiosity, I have 2 books about curiosity. If you want to be curious in life, you should minimize the financial issue. You always look, oh, how can I capitalize on this? Okay, I can tell you, I work in this business. Approximately, you can say, I'm not bluffing, I'm telling you, but approximately every business I work on it. Because of the curiosity here. So my wealth is, I don't have a lot of money, to tell you the truth. Compared to you, maybe I have a lot of money. But I'm talking to our countries. And then people, they say, how come you are traveling all these countries and so on? Because I know the difference between this, and this. Okay? I know the difference. So if I'll capitalize, you tell me now, in which one you're going to capitalize on? I'll tell you I'll capitalize on this. If I'm going to collect now, this, for example, thrown away, I'll collect, I'll capitalize on this, not on this. Most of the people, they work on this one, right? I will work on this. You know why? Because this is the most expensive thing. And usually they are reused, can be reused a lot. Yes. And they are the most valuable thing, by the way. They are, if you tell me the water, or the label, or the bottle, or this one, which one costed the company that they make this? About 30% goes into this. Okay?
I didn't know.
So, yeah. This is very interesting thing, huh? So this is the most expensive thing. Okay. Then it comes the bottle. Then the last thing is the water. Okay. The water is the last thing. But you are paying for the water, right? But I will buy this one. Okay, and I capitalize on it. So we have to know what is people they don't have that I have. Okay, and today, okay, I'm not getting from you money. I will not get from your country money. But indirectly, I'm getting money. Why I'm here then? How can I get money? Better than money. What is it? He knows that I'm looking for better other places to expand the university later and so on. Okay, or the institute later and so on. What is I'll get? When I publish a paper, I'm getting money. I'm paying for the paper, but I'm getting money indirectly because my goodwill value is very high. Okay, and I am billionaire in goodwill value. Means if you see my history, my whatever I have done, when you say about my assets, it's very less compared to many other people. Okay, but see, I made something from nothing. Again, there is nothing called inspiration economy, nothing called resilience economy, the way we are saying it. Okay, I just want to tell you about the last thing. We brought an economy in 2020, which was the year of COVID, right? What happened to me that year? I could not travel because everything is, not countries not allowed to travel and so on. That year I brought what we call aging economy. You know why? Because what I think Dr. Manuel mentioned, and most of you have mentioned, what he said, the last thing now. My mother, most of my life, I live with my mother, I go and come, but I don't live with my mother. They're living in Emirates, I live in. But my mother, because she has dementia, started to have dementia, I said I will live with my mother. I don't want to lose these moments. As long as she remember me. Okay. And I brought this concept of aging economy. That year, my productivity of the paperwork or publication is high. I felt the most happiest time. See, people was maybe depressed because they couldn't go out. Everything is locked. I was very happy. Okay. I appreciated what means extended family and nucleus family. So I started to emphasize on the extended family because it's one of the solutions for aging economy and so on. So I mean, sometimes God bring for us opportunities. This was an opportunity for me to live with my mother. I've seen what is the wealth. The wealth is my mother. She's an entrepreneur. I learned from her a lot of things before she start to forget. I start to appreciate. Because, mothers usually say, no, go study, do your work, I'm fine. They never say what they have, no? But that time, because I started to say, oh, this is a wealth that is... so my mother, I forget about her for many years. Not to see her, I always see her. Every day I talk to her also on the phone. But I found that this is a wealth that I really need to understand and capitalize on. Okay? We have lots of wealth. And what Dr. Emmanuel is recommending for you tonight, frankly, take this, some of you have written that, right? The natural capital, the social capital, the human capital. Just do this exercise with yourself. Okay? Because this will help you also to put a better aim in your life. Most of us, without exaggerating, we don't have proper aim or dream. We take things as it goes, isn't it? Most of us, unfortunately. We don't want to know or stop with ourselves what I want to leave as a legacy. Not what I want to be. What I want to be professor, I want to be blah, blah, blah. This is for you. But what you want to leave the world with will raise your curiosity. Because curiosity doesn't come by coincidence. Okay? And you have to live ambiguity. As he said, he raised a plant, right? I don't like also ambiguity. But we have to live with it. For that I've seen, because I started to live ambiguity, I became more effective all over the world. I travel to countries like your country, different than my culture. Sometimes I travel to countries that I don't have even the medium language. They speak Slovenian, I speak English. I can't speak Slovenian. Okay, I can't speak French in certain countries. But because of ambiguity, I start to bring solutions. Because I've been challenging myself, so I started to see where I am strong at. The good thing about this model that I put for you, okay, which is in my paper, is that it will tell you not how much you know, it will tell you how much you don't know. And this is one of the most important formula that humans, they need to put it in their mind. We are very busy of how much we know, okay, and we like to be in the safe zone of how much we know. But the ambiguity and the money and the life and the happiness, it should be in the area where you don't know, because already whatever you know, you've been capitalizing on, right? You are strong in education, you are strong in so and so, okay, you're strong in family relation, but you don't know how much you don't know that area. That if you bring it to your side, it will raise your capacity. For that, the formula is called capacity versus demand, not supply versus demand. Okay, what will raise my capacity? If you are from a village like Isa, okay, this guy I would capitalize on him. You know the Magonda, you know the blah blah, the ones that you know a lot of them, which is in the table there. This is a guy that I make with him tourism industry. Small tourism, educational tourism, to take people to that village, they sleep. And we did that, right?
Yes.
With Paul or with others, okay? By the way, now we have what we call best practice visits to tell you, okay, we're not making money, because now we're making it free and trying that. But already, we say the money making, even my children, when they came, they said, this is the money making. Education, you're gonna make always a loss, because you're not gonna make money from you guys, you cannot afford to pay our costs, okay? Especially we are taking limited number of people, only 20 people maximum. We'll not take a lot of people, okay? Because we want to hire. But what is making money is best practice visits. Those who came to us, what we did, we called certain people, come and attend for 5 days here, okay? When they gone back, it changed their life. Why? They changed their life. He knows. He's the one who take them usually around and so on. Okay? They said we changed. After we came to you, we changed. What happened to them? They discover how much they don't know, including taking a bike. They never taken a bike, taken a risk in a bike. They've been always in cars and relaxed and so on. Okay? So this is an example of something that they started to know, oh, because they were afraid about Africa, they think Africans, all of them, they're going to steal them, this is what they hear, no? Okay? So they came to an area, and we created for them in the beginning safe zone.
Safe zone, yeah.
Because, it's around us, not a dangerous country. Like I marketed this for them. So you can imagine how much we can capitalize on such areas when we start to. And many people, they want to change their life. See, I was telling Isa, our business, even not our young people. Okay? Because there are a lot of tourism now for young people. Our business is the retired people. Many retired people like me, professors and so on, they have lots of knowledge. They want to do something for the world. But they don't know what to do. So they end up living with WhatsApp and social media, sending messages. A professor, a doctor, a physician, engineer, you name it, ladies and men. Okay? You say it's a waste for them. This is once we start to work properly here, you'll see many of these coming. They want to contribute. Free. They pay their ticket. They come and sit in a hotel. Okay? And they want to help the country. Because many people, they want to see their legacy. If they have money, what they do with the money. Okay? So they want to do something else. Okay? So this is where we need to think about. See how I am thinking. This you're supposed to think this way. What do I have that the others don't have? Okay? And how can I capitalize on that? How can I use from this produce? Because there is lots of opportunities, unfortunately, around us. Okay? They are waiting for us. Yani, for example, I'll just give you an example. I don't want this institute, I hope this is a job now it will be, inshallah. I don't want this institute not to, they will use, as per our plan, if you notice there our schedule, for example, for this hall, it will be used maybe 2 days per week only. Okay, for only maybe 3 hours maximum per class, per module. So in total, how many hours? 6 hours per week it will be used. Isn't it a waste? Right? Similar to this, I'm giving you this example physical, but you have a lot of things better than that. But I mean, if I use this only 6 hours per week, and we have that much hours per week, it means we are making a loss. We are not using our classes in a proper way. Okay. For that we change even now. For example, we have the dialogue always here, because I want the class. This table is crying. They're saying, "Oh, nobody's using me." Okay. And you can imagine how many tables you have here. Okay. And saying, "You are not using me, my friend. You are not using me." We have many tables like this here, by the way. Okay. Just I'm giving you an example how much can we lose opportunities and so on. Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
I'm very happy to really with this dialogue.
Yeah, thank you very
Let's
much.
give an applause for Dr. Emmanuel.
And to yourself as well.
Thank you.
Uh,
Okay, Herwan, announcements?
Yeah, so basically this is the end of the session. For more, we have more programs for, we have upcoming workshops. We have on the first floor there is a poster with much information, or you can approach me or you can approach Isa for much of our programs. So now we will join us in, for the networking and the break.
Okay, but you brought these ones. What do you want to tell us about this?
For these are among the 17 SDGs, universal SDGs, where in regards to the topic that we had today, the non-financial wealth, there is good health and clean water, as we had said, like water is and good health. These are among the non-financial wealth that we have here in
Mani, Rwanda is rich in water, right? How can you use the water to make from it wealth? Because this is again non-financial.
yes.
But how can we use the water?